This presentation is intended for my peers, instructor, and those who are pursuing a career in social work, law enforcement, or related field. We will examine how crime committed by males and females in the homeless community. By examining this connection, we can gain a deeper understanding of the social and economic factors that often contribute to crime. And the hypothesis will be that males will be more likely to commit crimes than female will be less likely to commit crimes in the homeless community. The consequences of this have far-reaching implications for our society. Therefore, it is crucial to understand the root causes behind these incarcerations so we can implement preventative measures. One theoretical perspective that we looked into is Merton's theory, which is also known as strain theory. This framework would be especially relevant to homeless populations who often lack access to education, employment, stable housing, which increases their likelihood of engaging in survival crimes. Our understanding of crime in homeless communities is limited by gaps in research. One of these gaps is with rising female incarceration rates. So there's an urgent need for more research into women's experiences with crime, particularly in the homeless community. This topic has the potential to help professionals in many fields from social work, law enforcement, educational facilities, and many others. We were able to compile data collected from 2008 that offers valuable insight into complex circumstances surrounding homelessness and related behaviors. The collection required that individuals be over the age of 12 who are currently homeless or imminently, meaning those who spent previous nights in city parks, in their car, in a homeless shelter, or who were provided food by soup kitchens or food banks. There was a total of 908 interviews done with 4 sampling frames, which include 477 of those from homeless shelters, 224 interviews with patrons of soup kitchens and food banks, 143 interviews from those who are from major cluster encampments, and 64 interviews with those who are literally homeless. There were precautions taken to protect human subjects, which are outlined here. There was no coercion, undue influence that made sure they understood their rights, and precautions were made to prevent risk of undue harm, among other things. These procedures were also done and outlined here as far as the homeless duration, which was measured by less than 6 months, 6 months to 2 years, and over 2 years. Criminal history was self-reported as well as gender. Reliability was done by comparing self-reports with official records, and the analysis technique was identified by recurring patterns, key themes related to gender differences in criminal behavior, and a survey questionnaire was used. As we stated previously, there were 908 responses, with 601 being females, 301 being females, and there were some that did not answer, so those were labeled as missing. We also show the number of arrests here in the past 12 months, with 894 answering and 14 choosing not to answer. We even broke down how many arrests they had during the 12-month period, with most responses answering between 1 and 10. When we put these two variables together, we get a chart that looks like this. So this is a visual representation of the data, with males being in blue and females being in purple. Pearson's R shows no linear relationship between these two variables. The standard error is relatively small. The approximate t is used to calculate significance, and it came back as weak evidence against the null. And the approximate significant also shows the data is not statistically significant. So the end result based on this study is that there is no correlation between homeless males committing more crime than homeless females. Even though that is often believed to be the case, we may want to reevaluate these assumptions. There are a few weaknesses to our survey, which include using older data. The information is self-reported. And because we specifically focused on the homeless population, then there is limited diversity. However, we have several strengths, which include that there was over 900 participants, and we were also transparent with our results, even though it was contrary to our hypothesis, which showcases the need to continue to research. If you would like more information, then I have reported all the reference material that was used in the study. Thank you for your attention to this very important matter.